Hi, dears. After a long break, again I am with you. How did you spend these days? Did you enjoy well? I think all of you have played well, right? You should be very careful whenever you go out now. The days are very hot, sunny days. Summer days are very hot days. Then you don't play between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. You may play in the evening only. Otherwise, you may affect the sunburn. Okay? But the grasshopper is enjoying the summer delight. Do you know how? That is there in your textbook, page number 105. Now, grasshopper is inviting somebody to play with. Now you please go through that dialogues between the ants and the grasshopper. After reading that dialogues, you should answer my questions. My questions are, what is grasshopper telling to ants? The second one, why do the ants work hard? And third question, that is, what will happen in the rainy days? And one more question, if you see the grasshopper, then what advice will you give to grasshopper? Please give me the answer soon. Okay?
First question. The grasshopper invited the ants to enjoy the summer and asked them, why do you bother about rainy days while we have plenty food now? Second question. The ants work hard to collect and store enough food for rainy days. Third question. During rainy days, the ants would have plenty of food while grasshopper would go hungry. Fourth question. If I see the grasshopper, I will advise him to do hard work during happy days so that he can endure well the harder days. Thank you.
Okay, very good. The grasshopper wants to enjoy the summer delight with ants. But the ants are hardworking. They are going to collect the food for the future rainy days. They are very hardworking. But the grasshopper, she's enjoying their life. Right? Yes, there is another picture below that dialogue in the same page 105. All of you look at that picture. Who are there in that picture? Yes, the family members, father, mother, and children. What are the job they engaged in? All of you look at it. Yes, father is farming in the field and mother is washing the clothes. What about the girl? She is sweeping the courtyard. And what about the son? Yeah, he is cleaning the spider web. All the family members are engaged in different household works, right? What about your home? Do you help your mother? Your father help your mother? Who does all the works in your home? I think your answer will be your mother. Is your mother is responsible for doing all the works in the kitchen or the home? Is it right? No, never. We should share the household work. All of we are the members of our family. Now it's our duty to do all the some works. We should share it. Okay? I think in this COVID situation, the lockdown period, I think most of the families or most of the family members were engaged in the cultivating the crops or the farming, right? Many of the houses, many of the people have planted a lot of vegetables in their own home. What are the advantages of this? Yes, we may have very pure vegetable without pesticide free vegetable, right? It's a very good thing. A lot of well-educated people have also started the agro farm along with their job. That's, I think it is a very proud thing to do such a farming in our own home and farming all these vegetable in our own home. That's a very good thing, I think. Right? Now farming is not only a cultivating crops, but it glorifies the labor. What do you mean by glorifies the labor? യെസ്, അത് തൊഴിലിനെ ഒന്ന് മഹത്വപ്പെടുത്തുക ചെയ്യുന്നത് ഫാമിംഗ്, കൃഷി എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. റൈറ്റ്. ഇറ്റ് ഓൾസോ ഡെവലപ്പ് എ കൺസേൺ ടു ദ ഫെലോ ബീയിങ്. അതായത് മറ്റുള്ളവരെ നമ്മൾ പരിഗണിക്കുന്നു. പല കാരണങ്ങൾ കൊണ്ട് നമ്മുടെ കൂടെയുള്ള ആൾക്കാരുടെ ഈ ഫാമിങ്ങിലൂടെ നമ്മൾ പരിഗണിക്കപ്പെടുന്നുണ്ട്. ഡെവലപ്പ് എ കൺസേൺ, അവരെ നമ്മൾ പരിഗണിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. ആൻഡ് ഓൾസോ നോ ദാറ്റ് ഗിവ്സ് എ പെർഫെക്ഷൻ ടു അവർ ലൈഫ്. നമ്മുടെ ലൈഫിന് ഒരു പൂർണ്ണമാകുന്നത് ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള ഫാമിംഗ്, കൃഷിയൊക്കെ നമ്മൾ വീട്ടിലും അല്ലാതെയൊക്കെ ചെയ്യുമ്പോഴാണ്. ഓക്കെ, നൗ ഹിയർ ഈസ് എ സ്റ്റോറി ഇൻ യുവർ ടെക്സ്റ്റ് ബുക്ക്. A very interesting story. Now that story shows the importance of the farming and also its impact on our life and culture, our lifestyle. Okay, shall we go to that story? All of you take page number 106 in your textbook. Okay, all of you take page number 106. The grain as big as a hen's egg. Henne എഗ്ഗിൻ്റെ അത്ര വലുപ്പമുള്ളൊരു ഗ്രെയിൻ. Okay, isn't it? Now I'll read first. All of you read very carefully and also all of you read along with me. And after my reading, all of you pause my video and you read yourself. 2 times you read yourself. Okay, I'll read first. The discussion. One day, some children found in a ravine an object shaped like a grain of corn with a groove down the middle, but as large as a hen's egg. A traveler passing by saw it. He bought it from the children for a penny. He took it to the town and sold it to the king as it was a curious one. The king called all his wise men and so told them to find out what the thing was. The wise men thought and thought, but couldn't make head and tail of it. A few days later, when the thing was lying on the windowsill, a hen flew in and pecked at it till she made a hole in it. Then everyone saw that it was a grain of corn. Okay, all of you take your pen. There's some new words. We can underline these words. Okay, first of all you underline ravine. Then the second one that is curious. Here curious. And the third one that is windowsill. And that the last one that is pecked. All of you find out the meaning of this words from the dictionary or from the glossary at the end of this book. Okay, now let's go to the next page. Okay, page number 107, the rest of the story. Now I'll read. The wise men went to the king and said, "It is a grain of corn." At this, the king was much surprised. He ordered the learned men to find out when and where such corn grew. The learned men pondered again and searched in their books, but could find nothing about it. So they returned to the king and said, "We can give you no answer. There is nothing about it in our books. You will have to ask the peasants. Perhaps some of them may have heard from their fathers when and where a grain grew to such a size." Now here are only 2 new words. First one, that is pondered, and the next one peasant. Okay, find out the meaning from the glossary. And now let's go to the next page. Okay, page number 108. അടുത്ത ഭാഗം. So the king gave orders that some very old peasant should be brought before him. His servants found one such man and brought him to the king. He was old and bent, pale and toothless. He could just manage to totter into the king's palace with the help of crutches. The king showed him the grain, but the old man could hardly see it. He took it, however, and felt it with his hands. The king questioned him, saying, "Can you tell us, old man, where such grains grew? Have you ever bought such corn or sown it in your field?" The old man was so deaf and could hardly hear what the king said, and only understood with great difficulty. "No," he answered at last, "I never sowed or nor reaped any like this in my field, nor did I ever buy any such. When we bought corn, the grain were always as small as they are now. But you might ask my father. He might know where such grain grew." Okay, some new words. The first one, now that is totter. Here, totter. Totter. And the next one, hardly. And the next one, that is duff. Here it is duff. And the next one, that's all. Any കൂടുതലൊന്നുമില്ല. Reaped. Okay, one more is the reaped. Reaped. Find out this meaning from the glossary. Okay? Okay, did you finish your reading? Have you got all the meaning from the glossary? What did you get from your reading? Have you got the story? Okay, now listen. Some children, they were walking through the ravine. What do you mean by ravine? Yes, മലയിടുക്ക്. അതിലൂടെ ഇങ്ങനെ നടന്നു പോവാണ്. At that time, they happened to see something strange, that's such as a grain of corn. Now they took it. At that time, a traveler passed them. Now traveler bought that strange thing from them with a penny. What do you mean by penny? The British coin or British currency. Now the traveler sold that thing to the king of that country. Now the king was surprised to see it. He called the wise men in the palace. Wise men. What do you mean by wise men? Yes, ജ്ഞാനികളായിട്ടുള്ള ആൾക്കാരെ വിളിച്ചു. And asked them to find out what it was. Now that wise man thought and thought for a while, but they could not make head and tail of it. You can see an idiom or a phrase in the second paragraph of that page. Couldn't make head and tail of it. What do you mean by couldn't make head and tail of it? Yes, നമ്മൾ പറയാറില്ല ഒരു തലയും വാലും കിട്ടിയിട്ടില്ല, അതായത് ഒന്നും കിട്ടിയിട്ടില്ല അതിനെക്കുറിച്ച്. യെസ്, ദാറ്റ് വോയിസ് മെൻ ടോൾഡ് we don't know what it was. And that at that time, the king put that corn on the windowsill after some days, he put that grain of corn on the windowsill. One day, a hen came and pecked at her. സാധാരണ ഹെന്നുകൾ പെക്ക് ചെയ്യാറ് ഗ്രെയിൻ, നമ്മൾ ധാന്യമണികളാണ് പെക്ക് ചെയ്യാറ് അല്ലേ. Now the hen pecked at it and make a hole, and he started to peck it. At that time, the wise men could understand that it was the grain of corn. Now they told to the king, "Your Majesty, that is the grain of corn." At that time, the king surprised, and he called the learned men in that palace and asked them to search about the detail of that grain corn, because that corn, the grain of corn, was somewhat large, as big as a hen's egg. ഒരു കോഴിയുടെ മുട്ടയുടെ അത്ര വലുപ്പമുണ്ട്. അത്ര സാധാരണ ഉണ്ടാവാറില്ലല്ലോ. നമ്മൾ ധാന്യമണികൾ അത്ര വലുപ്പം ഉണ്ടാവുമോ? ഇല്ല. Now the king surprised to see, and he asked the learned to search the details of that corn. Now they searched in all the books, in their books, but they could not get any result. Now they told, we have no answer to tell you, Majesty. Now it is better to ask a peasant. What do you mean by peasant? Yes, farmer. Now it is better to ask an old peasant. Sometimes he may have knew about this new corn. Okay, at that time, the next day, the king ordered to bring an old peasant in that country. Now the servants, the courtiers, brought an old peasant, but he was bent forward, very pale and toothless, very old. He could not even could not walk properly. He walked with 2 crutches. You know crutches? നമ്മൾ നടക്കാൻ പറ്റാത്ത ആൾക്കാർ ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്ന ക്രച്ചസ് ഇല്ലേ, അങ്ങനെയാണ് വന്നിരിക്കുന്നത്. At that time, the king asked to that peasant, Dear, do you know when and where this type of corn grew? Have you ever bought such type of grain, or have you ever sowed it, reaped it, or bought it? You know what is it? നിങ്ങൾ എന്തെങ്കിലും വിതച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടോ? ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള വിത്തുകൾ കൊയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടോ? നിങ്ങൾ എവിടെ എന്തെങ്കിലും വാങ്ങിയിട്ടുണ്ടോ? ചോദിച്ചു. But that old peasant was very old. He could not hear what the king said, and he could not see what it was because his eyesight and hearing capacity, that was very low. വയസ്സായ ആളാണ്, ഒന്നും കേൾക്കാനും കാണാനും പറ്റുന്നില്ല. ബട്ട് എങ്ങനെയൊക്കെയോ മനസ്സിലായി. ഇങ്ങനെ പലരും പറഞ്ഞു കൊടുത്തിട്ട് എന്താണ് കിങ് ചോദിച്ചതെന്ന് മനസ്സിലായി. Then what did he tell? He told, No sir, I cannot give you any answer. I had never seen such a type of grain in my time. Now it is better to ask my father. ഏറ്റവും നല്ലത് എൻ്റെ ഫാദറിനോട് ചോദിക്കുന്നതാണെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. Okay, that was the story up to this page. Okay, now you please go to the side question, that's the textual questions. Okay. Okay, here is the textual question, side question. Let's look at it. Pick out the sentence that give you the idea that the wise men could not understand anything about the corn. അവർക്കൊന്നും മനസ്സിലാവുന്നില്ല ഇതിനെക്കുറിച്ച്. അതൊന്നും മനസ്സിലാവുന്നില്ല എന്ന് കാണിക്കുന്നു. Which are the sentences that show this? Which are the sentences that shows they do not know anything about it? അവർക്കൊന്നും അറിയില്ല അതിനെക്കുറിച്ച് കാണിക്കുന്ന സെൻറ്റൻസ് ഏതാണ്? You should take that sentence from there and write down in this space. Okay? Then second question. The learned men failed to find an answer about the corn. What do you think the king would do next? The wise men do not know about it. The learned men did not get any answer, any reply, did not give any reply to the king. അങ്ങനെയാവുമ്പോൾ what the king would do next? എന്തായിരിക്കും കിങ് പിന്നെ ചെയ്യുക? Now write down and think about that answer. The answer is not there in your textbook. You guess ചെയ്തിട്ട് എഴുതുക. You may write in the space. Okay. Third question. Why did the peasant suggest that his father might give a better solution? The peasant or the farmer told that it is better to ask my father. Why did he tell so? എന്തുകൊണ്ടാണ് അങ്ങനെ ഒരു മറുപടി പറഞ്ഞത്? എൻ്റെ ഫാദറിന് അറിയായിരിക്കും. Now that answer is also will not there in your textbook. Now you please find out or please think about it or guess and you give the answer. You write the answer in this space. Okay. Okay, now let's go to the next part of the story. Page number 109, 109, The Great Grandfather. All of you, please take your textbook and I'll read first. While I am reading, all of you should read along with me. After my reading, you pause my video and you read twice, 2 times yourself. Okay? Now let's go to the story. Okay, look at take page number 109, The Great Grandfather. The second session. The king sent for the old man's father, and he was brought before him. He came walking on one crutch. The king showed him the grain, and the old peasant, who was still able to see, took a good look at it. And the king asked him, "Can you tell us, old man, where a corn like this used to grow? Have you ever bought anything like it, or sown it in your field?" Though the old man was rather hard of hearing, he could hear better than his son. "No," he said, "I never sowed nor reaped any grain like this in my field. As for buying, I never bought any, for in my time money was not yet in use. Everyone grew his own corn, and when there was any need, we shared with one another. I do not know where such kind of corn grew. Ours was larger and yielded more flour than the present day grain. But I never saw any like this." Now here, take your pen and underline. Now that is the first one, hard of hearing and reaped. Yielded, the first one is yielded, and flow, here is floor, here floor, that only, that's enough. Okay, now let's go to the next page. Next page, page number 110. I have, however, heard my father say that in his time the grain grew larger and yielded more flour. You had better ask him. So the king sent for the old man's father. They found him and brought him before the king. He entered walking easily and without crutches. His eyes were clear, his hearing good, and spoke distinctly. The king showed him the grain, and the old grandfather looked at it and turned it about in his hand. "It is long since I saw such a fine grain," said he, and he bit a piece off and tasted it. "It is the very same kind," he added. Take pen, and only the first one, only one new word is there. Two new words. The first one, entered, and the next one, distinctly. Distinctly. Only 2 words are the new words. Okay, now let's go to the next page. Page 111, 111, The Corn. All of you read along with me, and after my reading, all of you pause the video and you read 2 times yourself. Okay? നിങ്ങൾ ഒറ്റയ്ക്ക് വായിച്ചെങ്കിലേ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വായിക്കാൻ പഠിക്കുകയുള്ളൂ. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് മിസ് അങ്ങനെ പറയുന്നത്. The corn. "Tell me, grandfather," began the king, "when and where was such corn grown? Have you ever bought any like it, or sown it in your field?" And the old man replied, "Corn like this used to grow everywhere in my time. I lived on corn like this in the days of my youth, and fed others on it. It was such a grain that we used to sow, reap, and thresh." And the king asked, "Tell me, grandfather, did you buy it anywhere, or did you grow it all yourself?" The old man smiled. "In my time," he answered, "no one ever thought of such a sin as buying or selling bread, and we knew nothing of money. Each man had enough corn of his own." Okay, take your pen. The first one, that is thresh. Sorry, thresh and sow. Now the next one, that is sin. Here is sin. That's all for new words. Now let's go to the next page. Last part of the story, page number 112. 112. Then tell me, grandfather, asked the king, where was your field? Why did you grow corn like this? And the grandfather answered, my field was God's earth. Wherever I plowed, it was my field. Land was free. It was a thing no man had called his own. Labor was the only thing men called their own. Answer me 2 more questions, said the king. The first is, why did the earth bear such grain then and has ceased to do so now? And the second is, why does your grandson walk with 2 crutches, your son with 1, and yourself with none? Your eyes are bright, your teeth sound, and your speech clear and pleasant to hear. How have these things come about? And the old man answered, these things are so because men have ceased to live by their own labor and have taken to depending on the labor of others. In olden times, men lived according to the God's law. They had what was their own and coveted not what others had produced. Now here are some new words. Now let's underline. The first one, plowed. And the second one, labor. Labor. And the next one, that is ceased. Now next, pleasant. And the next one, coveted. The last one, that is coveted. Find out all the meanings of these new words from the glossary or the dictionary. And you may write all these new words and their meaning in your notebook. Okay? Now let's discuss the textual questions. Okay, who came next? Yes, old peasant father. Now the courtiers brought the old peasant father, the grandfather, in front of him. And he came with 1 crutch. But his son came with 2 crutches, right? Now he came with 1 crutch. Now the king asked the same question. Have you ever seen or have you ever sowed, reaped or bought such type of grain in your time? But the grandfather also was very low hearing capacity, but it is better than his son. Now he gave the answer, Your Majesty, we have never seen such type of grain in my own time. We have never sowed or reaped such type of grain. And we have never bought or sold. Because money was not yet in use at that time. അന്നത്തെ കാലത്ത് ഞങ്ങൾ മണി ക്യാഷിൻ്റെ പരിപാടിയില്ല. So selling or buying and selling, it was not in use. So we farm or we cultivate our own needs or our own crops in our own home. If anybody need, we share our crops each other. That is the system in our own time. But the size of the grain, that was somewhat large, but it is not so large as this the hen's egg. ഇത്ര വലിപ്പം ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നില്ല. Now this hence the size of this grain is as large as the hen's egg. Now it is better to ask my father. Now he has a lot of experience. Then saying this, he went back. Then the king ordered to bring great grandfather in front of him. The next day he came, but he came with no crutches, without crutches. He has a good that vision and a good hearing capacity. Now the same question asked to that man too. Now what was his answer? Now he was very happy to see such grain. Now he told, yes, the same grain was there in my own time. Then he tasted it. Yes, the same kind of grain in my own time. That was somewhat large. Then the king was very happy to get that answer. And he asked a lot of questions. Where do you see? Where did you see it? Where did you saw it? Where did you rape it? And have you ever bought and sold that grain? Then what was the reply of great grandfather? He told, selling and buying, that was a sin. അതായത് ഞങ്ങളുടെ കാലത്ത് അതൊരു തിന്മയാണ്. The money was not yet in use at that time. We farm, we cultivate our own crops in our own home, right? Then the king was very happy to hear such answer. Now he asked, what did he ask? He asked 3 questions. And you please give me the answer of my 3 questions. What was the question, Yes, the first question. Now such type of large grain was there in your own time. But this type of large grain was not now in this time. What was the reason? And the second question. Why your son and grandson came with crutches? And their hearing capacity and vision that was very low. But you came without crutches. And you speak well, you see well, and you hear well. What was the reason for this? Then what will be his reply, Then he told. And one more question he asked, where was your field? Then he told, my field was God's earth. എൻ്റെ ഫീൽഡ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ദൈവത്തിൻ്റെ നാട് തന്നെയാണ്. The land was free. The land was free. There is nothing as our own. Only the labor was our own. തൊഴിൽ എന്നത് മാത്രമാണ് ഞങ്ങളുടേതായിട്ടുള്ളത്. ബാക്കി എല്ലാം ദൈവത്തിൻ്റെതാണ്. ഫ്രീ ലാൻഡാണ്. Where I plow, that is my land. ഞാൻ എവിടെയാണോ വർക്ക് ചെയ്തത് അതാണ് എൻ്റെ ലാൻഡ്. That is the God's earth. And he wanted to ask the 3 questions of the king too. And he asked, in those days, man ceased to do their own labor. Ceased means stopped to do their own labor. അവരുടെ തൊഴിൽ ചെയ്യുന്നതെല്ലാം നിർത്തിവെച്ചിരിക്കുക. ഞങ്ങളുടെ കാലത്ത് ഞങ്ങൾ തന്നെയാണ് തൊഴിൽ ചെയ്യുന്നത്. But now the man stopped to do their own job. They depend on others for the work. They simply sit in their own home and they ask to do the job to somebody else. And that means they depend for somebody. They depend others for the labor. ലേബറിന് വേണ്ടി മറ്റുള്ളവരെ ഡിപ്പെൻഡ് ചെയ്യും. അവരൊന്നും ചെയ്യുന്നില്ല. They are simply sitting in their own home. They have no exercise. That is the reason for low hearing capacity, low vision, and also low hearing capacity, and they could not walk properly. And we live under God's own law, God's law. We lived on God's law, but now the new generation, they live as their own wish. അവരുടെ ഇഷ്ടത്തിനനുസരിച്ചാണ് ജീവിക്കുന്നത്. That was the reason of all this That all these, that was the reply of the question of the king. Okay, that's all for this story. Now you please go through that side question, that are textual questions. Now let's discuss it. Okay. Okay, look at the fourth question in the side. For in my time, money was not yet in use. How would the people have got the grain they wanted? അന്നത്തെ കാലം ക്യാഷ് എന്ന അതായത് മണി എന്നത് നിലവിലില്ല എന്നാണ് പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത്. ഹൗ വുഡ് ദ പീപ്പിൾ ഹാവ് ഗോട്ട് ദ ഗ്രെയിൻ ദേ വാണ്ടഡ്? എങ്ങനെയാണ് അവർക്ക് കിട്ടിയിരിക്കുന്നത് അവർക്ക് ആവശ്യമുള്ള ഗ്രെയിൻസ് ഒക്കെ? ആൻഡ് തിങ്ക് ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് ദർ ഇൻ യുവർ ടെക്സ്റ്റ് ബുക്കിലുണ്ട്. യു മേ റൈറ്റ് those that answer in this space, and you turn over the page. In the next page, one more question is the fifth one. What difference do you see in the grandfather and the old peasant? രണ്ടുപേരും വന്നിരിക്കുന്നതിൽ വ്യത്യാസമുണ്ട്. ഓൾഡ് പെസൻറ്റ് എങ്ങനെയാണ് വന്നത്? പ്ലീസ് റിമെമ്പർ ഹൗ ഡിഡ് ഓൾഡ് പെസൻറ്റ് കെയിം ആൻഡ് ഹൗ ഡിഡ് ദ ഓൾഡ് പെസൻറ്റ് ഫാദർ കെയിം. വാട്ട് വാസ് ദ ഡിഫറൻസ്? യു മേ റൈറ്റ് ഇൻ ദാറ്റ് സ്പേസ് ഓൾസോ. ഓക്കെ, ആൻഡ് ഇൻ ദ നെക്സ്റ്റ് പേജ് ദ കോൺ നിങ്ങൾ എടുക്കൂ. കോൺ എന്ന പേജ് എല്ലാതും ഞാൻ ഫോട്ടോ കാണിക്കുന്നില്ല. കോൺ എന്ന പേജ് എടുക്കൂ, അതായത് 111-ൽ. ദർ ഈസ് 6th and 7th question. 6th question, what details of the grain did the great grandfather give? എന്തൊക്കെ ഡീറ്റെയിൽസാണ് കൊടുത്തിരിക്കുന്നത്? ഒരുപാട് ഡീറ്റെയിൽസ് ഉണ്ട്. അത് നിങ്ങൾ ഷോർട്ട് ആക്കിയിട്ട് ആ സ്പേസിൽ എഴുതാം. And the seventh one, what is the sin mentioned by the great grandfather? Sin എന്നത് തിന്മയ്ക്കാണ് sin എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. What is the sin mentioned by the grandfather? ഇവിടെ ഗ്രാൻഡ്ഫാദർ sin എന്ന് പറയുന്നുണ്ട്. ഇവിടെ പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്ന sin എന്താണ്? എന്ത് തിന്മയാണ്? അത് സിമ്പിൾ. നമ്മളെ സംബന്ധിച്ചിടത്തോളം that sin is very simple. Then what was it? Only, I think the answer is only 2 words. You may find out from the passage and write down in the space. And the last page, 112, one more 8th question. What moral do you learn from the old man's words? എന്ത് മോറലാണ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇത് ഈ ഓൾഡ് ലാസ്റ്റ് ഗ്രേറ്റ് ഗ്രാൻഡ് ഫാദറിൻ്റെ വാക്കുകളിൽ നിന്ന്? വാട്ട് വാസ് ദ ലെസൺ ഓർ ദ മോറൽ ഡിഡ് യു ഗെറ്റ് ഫ്രം ദ വേർഡ്സ് ഓഫ് ഓൾഡ് മാൻസ് വേർഡ്സ്? Okay, you may write in the space there. Okay, thank you. Okay, now here is 2 activity for you. Activity 1 and activity 2 in your textbook. Page number 114. That is the activity of today's class. Now that's all for today. Now let's see in the next class.